All right. Good evening, good evening, good evening to everyone. Happy New Year. And I am sure you have heard Happy New Year and compliments of the New Year enough times already. It's the fourth day of the year. But this is my first global Zoom seeing all of you tonight. We are about to start in exactly 1 minute. So just remind your friends, your family, and everyone in the WhatsApp groups to hop on because they definitely do not want to miss out on this life-changing opportunity. So my name is Ubongi Pengu. I'm a mom, a trader, a proud network marketer. And I know that being the new year, we are all feeling renewed, revived, and the whole new year, new me vibes. But ladies and gentlemen, I am just going to be the party pooper and remind you that if nothing changes, nothing changes. Everything that you want in the year 2023 definitely is not tied to a number or a year. Okay, the way that you want this year to end is going to solely rely on you and the action that you take at the beginning of this year. So I want to implore you and encourage you to listen in intentionally and do something different. The one thing that you did not do in 2022, which may have resulted in you not achieving those goals and not achieving those dreams, try something different this year. Okay. So I am going to ask my co-host to actually play us an introductory video because 4 months ago, we had an opportunity land on our laps and our lives have changed 180 degrees. So listen intentionally, be decisive at the end of this Zoom, because I can assure you, we have seen the changes happening in thousands of people's lives, and we do not want to see you being left behind. So please play the video before we proceed.
For more than 10 years, we at QZ Asset Management have managed our clients' wealth and served them as trusted and holistic advisors. In all we do, we are inspired by our purpose, creating value beyond wealth. QZ Asset Management is present in over 8 countries and more than 30 locations. Headquartered in Guangzhou, China, we are licensed and regulated by the Asset Management Association of China. With a client-centric approach, we manage over 50 billion yuan on behalf of our institutional and private clients. Through our proprietary and award-winning fintech solution, the QZ Big Data and Artificial Intelligence, BDAI, analytics, we have consistently achieved strong growth momentum in all market conditions. Deploying our BDAI technology with a robust risk management approach in both direct equities trading and stock indices allows us to achieve our primary objective of generating momentous growth in a sustainable manner. The market-leading BDAI analytics program processes billions of market trading data in milliseconds with an ultra-high adoption rate under any market situation. QZ Asset Management is spearheaded by CEO Professor Blake Yong, who holds a doctorate in economics from the London School of Economics and Chartered Financial Analyst Level 3 qualification. In 2012, he was lead investment analyst at top UK firm Blue Bay Asset Management before joining American quantitative fund Two Sigma, where he was responsible for the research and development of artificial intelligence technology between 2013 and 2016. In 2016, Blake joined QZ Asset Management as CEO to lead the research and development of BDAI technology, long-term strategic planning, and overall decision-making. Driven by his innovative and methodical approach, QZ Asset Management grew a remarkable 2,000% over 6 years, and he was awarded a Pioneer in Finance Award at the Shanghai FinTech Summit in 2019. At QZ Asset Management, we celebrate and enable you to be impactful, to be entrepreneurial, to be empowered, and to create value beyond wealth. Grow your wealth and achieve your financial aspirations together with QZ Asset Management. Because what matters to you matters to us.
Awesome. So allow me to introduce to you QZ Asset Management. Now, when I had a look at this opportunity, there were three things that I was particularly interested in. You know, being a mom who appreciates her time freedom, being a trader. And, you know, as traders, one of the things we don't really share are the statistics and the fact that less than 5% of traders are actually profitable. Being a network marketer, having been in various opportunities where some have, you know, done well, some have failed, some have broken our hearts, and looking for an opportunity where I knew that every single person can win. I was very interested in, number one, the credibility of the company, not just credibility from a PowerPoint slide, but credibility that we could actually verify, that would give us the confidence as individuals in this industry who've been through the journey, who've been through the ups and downs, the confidence to be able to share this with the people that are in our network that have also been hit hard. The second thing that interested me was, how long has this company been around? Because I am sure if you have been through a similar journey that I have been through, you will know that it's not always exciting. It's not always the wisest, you know, to continuously keep launching new opportunities, because oftentimes these are just experiments. So longevity, sustainability was something that was very, very important in the opportunity that we were about to partner with. And of course, the third and the most important, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2023. It's the fourth industrial revolution. We need to start doing things the smart way and the easier way. And we know that technology has taken over so many of our human functions. So why not use technology to our benefit to actually generate passive income and to make us money? So for me, when I had a look at QZ Asset Management, it literally ticked all those three boxes: credibility that we could verify, longevity and sustainability, and of course, the opportunity to make smart money where we can all win. So the company is QZ Asset Management. QZ is actually derived from the company name, which is Kianzi, okay? And asset management actually tells us what the company does. They are an asset management company. And what that means is they pool investor funds together into one pot, okay? And they basically find ways of growing that investment on behalf of investors. And in this case, QZ Asset Management does that through trading the financial markets. And I am very excited because on the slide, you will notice we now no longer just have 4 countries listed, but we have 5, because the company has its head offices in China, but of course it has other regional offices across Asia. And we have the first official non-Asian market regional office that will be open in South Africa, servicing the whole of Africa. Now, it's very, very, very important because I have already mentioned that this is a company that deals with investments within the financial trading space. We do need to be responsible as the individuals presenting this opportunity to you and share this risk disclaimer. So I'm just going to give you 30 seconds to screenshot this, to read through this, because it's very, 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 very important to understand that with every opportunity, of course, like everything in life, there is risk involved, and it's so important for you as a potential investor to do your own due diligence and understand that we are not financial advisors. We are just here to share an opportunity that we have seen changing our lives, and hopefully it will change yours. So have a read through this, screenshot this, and you can go through it after the presentation. So let's get into it. Now, QZ Asset Management is a 10-year-old company, okay? So already this to me screamed longevity, okay? We are dealing here with a company that has been around for a whole decade, which tells us that they are experts and they are well experienced in the field that they are in of asset management, okay? Now, some of the questions that we get, a very common one is if this company has been around for 10 years, why are we only finding out about them now? Why did we know about them only 4 months ago? Okay. And that is because their primary focus in the first 4 or 5 years of them being in operation was institutional clients. So when we're talking institutional clients, we're talking the big guys, okay? The guys that are coming with the $1 million, $1 billion investments, the companies, the big firms, and they just want that taken care of on their behalf through various investment opportunities. Now in 2017, the company then opened its doors to retail investors. Now, retail investors, it's individuals like you and I who may not have the millions, who may not have the billions, but are saying, listen, we also want access to how the top wealthy 1% of the world is growing their wealth, okay? But understand that for both these target markets, their primary focus was only in the Asian Pacific region. And it is only post-COVID last year in August where the company said, right, we are now ready to go global. This model works. It's worked for the Asian markets over the past 10 years. Let's take it to the world. And of course, with that step of going global, they decided to use the direct selling model, okay, which is why we are now presenting and sharing this with you on this call. So QZ Asset Management is present in over 4 countries. However, they are operating in 30 locations and the headquarters are in Guangzhou, China. And on the credibility side, it was very important to confirm and to verify that being a company, being an asset management firm that manages people's money, they need to be licensed and regulated in the country that they are operating in. And they have indeed been licensed and regulated for the past 10 years by AMEC, which is the Asset Management Association of China. Okay, so what are they bringing to us? They are bringing to us the opportunity to put in our investor funds into this investment pool. And of course, through the award-winning fintech solution that they have developed themselves to basically enjoy the opportunity of earning passive income through the investment opportunity and through the use of technology, which we will discuss later on in the presentation. But for now, I want us to just focus on the credibility of the company, okay? So this is the registration number, okay? And the person that invited you will actually send you a link to the Chinese government where you can enter the registration number, and that is where all the licensing and regulatory information and conditions of the company will indeed come up. So you can screenshot this as well and go back to the person that invited you for them to send you the government website where you can go and verify the registration of the company. Still on the subject of credibility, the company also has strategic partners that take care of certain facets of the business. One of them being auditing, okay? So they are audited every 6 months by KPMG. And I think we know and we recognize this logo. KPMG is one of the top global auditing firms. And of course, there is a legal and compliance component of the business. Now, this is important because being an asset management firm, being a company that manages investments, we do understand that every country has its financial laws and its financial regulation that you need to comply with. So Dentons is the global legal firm that makes sure that as QZ Asset Management is expanding into new territory, that they comply with all those financial regulations, okay? And lastly, they have liquidity providers that are backing them. I'm gonna take a second explaining the role of liquidity providers, because this is actually what allowed me to sleep peacefully at night for the past 3.5 months of being an investor with QZ Asset Management. Now, a liquidity provider plays very important roles, okay? So understand that being an asset management company, remember that they are collecting huge volumes of investor funds, and they have to trade these in the financial markets. So what they require is a middleman, okay? A middleman that is, number one, going to hold those reserves of funds. So financial institutions that are licensed and regulated to perform that role of holding huge reserves of funds. So that is the first role of a liquidity provider. So at no given point in time are your funds actually sitting with QZ Asset Management, but they are actually distributed across these 6 financial providers, these 6 big banks. That is the first one, okay? Number 2, the liquidity provider, over and above looking after your money, then facilitates the actual trades. So the liquidity provider basically is your third eye, is like your policeman who makes sure that your money is doing what it is supposed to do, okay? And then, of course, number 3, which is one of my favorites, the liquidity provider provides liquidity, which is buying power, okay? So it's kind of like going to a ShopRite, Checkers, or a supermarket, and you are buying bread at the retail price. I don't know what bread costs in your country, but in my country, bread costs 20 bucks, okay? But does the supermarket actually buy the bread for the same price? No. Why? Because they are buying in bulk. They have negotiating power. It is exactly the same when it comes to the financial markets. The bigger your bag, the bigger the volume of trading capital that you are going into the markets with, the more opportunity you have to control the market and to be more profitable. So these 6 financial institutions say, listen, we actually want to provide that additional liquidity and give you guys more buying power in the markets. Okay, so it's JP Morgan Chase, it's Barclays, and then, of course, the 4 big banks of China, which is the Bank of China, CITIC Securities, as well as the China Construction Bank and ICBC, that are backing QZ Asset Management, making sure that your money is sitting safely, making sure that your money is doing what it's supposed to be doing, trading in the markets, and of course, giving it that additional buying power in the market. So for me, the credibility, the longevity was done in these 2 slides. Now, the visionary and the CEO that is currently driving QZ Asset Management is Professor Blake Young. Now, of course, he did not join the company at its inception in 2012. He actually became a part of QZ Asset Management in 2016. And if you look at his background, he's a chartered financial analyst level 3. He holds a doctorate in economics from the London School of Economics. So this is someone that is highly qualified and highly experienced when it comes to the language of money, the language of managing finances. Over and above that, a very, very important skill that he also holds is working with research, with with research and development in terms of developing trading technology. Okay, so when he actually became part of QZ Asset Management, that was his primary focus, helping QZ Asset Management to develop technology that will trade on behalf of the fund managers and hopefully help the company to be more profitable. And of course, he has successfully done that through the award-winning technology that he has helped to develop, because in the last 6 years, the investment portfolio of the company has actually grown by 2,000%. 2,000%, that is an average of 333% every year in the last 6 years. Show me a traditional investment company right now that can give you these kinds of results in terms of profitability within your portfolio. It does not exist. And that just shows you the extra edge of bringing on board technology that is well researched, well developed, and tried and tested. Okay, so of course, when you are causing a disruption in an industry, people start to pay attention, and the right people start to pay attention. So he has been featured on various financial magazines and publications, namely probably one of the most important ones that stands out is the Times Magazine of China. So this is one of the magazines that he's been featured on, and if you scan this QR code, it will actually take you to the original article. Now let's talk about the technology. Okay, so it is called big data artificial intelligence, which we refer to as the BDAI. Okay, so I'm going to split these 4 words in half, and I will explain to you what artificial intelligence is. Now, when we are talking AIs, when we're talking artificial intelligence, just understand we're talking automation, we're talking robots, we're talking technology that has been developed to basically perform a human function. So it takes over your role as a human being in making decisions, in executing those decisions, and it does the thinking and the working on your behalf, okay? And we have various examples in our everyday life of AIs, okay? Like a washing machine. A washing machine is actually a practical form of an AI, because it's my job to do my own washing, okay? But if I have to do my own washing, it'll probably take me the whole day, because I'm gonna soak my clothes and I'm gonna wait for a couple of hours, okay? And eventually when I finally get through the washing, the day has ended and I'm probably gonna have missed a couple of spots. But with a washing machine, literally one press of the button, in 30 minutes, a load is done. It's washed, it's rinsed, and it's practically dried your clothes. That is the beauty of technology that has been programmed, that follows specific algorithms to be far more efficient than you as a human being. And in this case, in our case, what does this AI do for us? It says, Bongi, relax. It doesn't matter if you know absolutely nothing about the markets. It doesn't matter if you know absolutely nothing about the charts and candlesticks. I will do everything for you. So this AI actually, number one, does the analysis of the markets for us. It collects and it collates billions of market data in real time, and it analyzes it on our behalf. And of course, it then executes the trade. So it makes the trading decisions for us, when to get in, when to get out, how to manage the risk. How amazing is that? So this literally will turn you into an expert trader without you actually trading. Now, where does the big data come in? Okay, because we understand that, okay, the technology that we're talking about is trading technology. The company has a trading pool that is traded on its behalf by automation, by an AI. So how does big data come in? Now, understand that, of course, there are many trading AIs, there are many robots that exist out there. Some do what they are supposed to do, some will blow your accounts. But what makes this trading AI different is the fact that it uses what we call big data analysis. So that means it actually taps into the best of both worlds when it comes to how it analyzes the markets. Not only does it focus on the technical analysis, okay, where you're just paying attention to the charts and what price has done, what you think it's going to do, but it is also able to pick up on the fundamentals. When you have these abnormal events that happen that are outside of our control, that we are not ready for, but that affects the markets. Okay, so I'm going to make a few examples like COVID. No one knew that COVID was going to happen, but when it happened, did it affect the markets? Absolutely. Okay, no one knew that there was going to be a war between Russia and Ukraine, but did it affect the markets? Absolutely. These are abnormal events. Now imagine having a piece of technology that not only trades for you, that not only analyzes the markets for you, but it is also able to pick up on those abnormal, outrageous events that could impact basically how your trades pan out. Okay, so that is the BDAI, ladies and gentlemen, trading technology that is designed to trade on your behalf through the investment pool that QZ Asset Management manages. And of course, we'll talk about the amazing awards and recognition that this technology has received, okay? Now, with the financial markets, we know that they are vast and they are broad. You know, you've got cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoins and the Ethereums and so forth. Then you've got Forex, you know, your foreign exchange currencies. I want to trade euro and exchange it for USD. Then you've got commodities. So which category does the BDAI trade in? So I want you to forget crypto. I want you to forget Forex. I want you to forget commodities because it does not trade any of those. It trades under a category called indices, okay, stock indices. And it only trades one specific index that is called the S&P 500, okay? The full name is Standard and Poor's 500. So what is this index, okay? It is basically a representation of the top 500 publicly listed companies in the United States Stock Exchange. So you literally have an indice that dominates the US stock markets being traded on your behalf by the BDAI. And for me, it is an amazing combination between an index that is so stable, because in the last 100 years, the S&P 500 has not had huge losses. So this is one of the most stable indices. And you have the combination of technology that then not only manages the risk on your behalf, but then makes sure that, of course, you are profitable. So this is a trading chart, okay? So this is the beauty of partnering with a company that has been around for 10 years, because you now have the tried and tested results that you can verify and actually see how it has performed historically. So this is a trading chart that is showing us how the BDAI has done in the last 5 years against the trading instruments that it is trading, which is the S&P 500. So you will notice that there are two lines. There is a red line and there is a blue line. So the blue line actually symbolizes the actual trading instruments that the BDAI trades, the S&P 500. And you will see that although over the 5 years, the S&P 500 has actually appreciated in value, okay, it's gone up in value, it's trended up, which is good. But look at what happened in between in 2019 and look at what happened in 2020. Now, we remember that in 2019 and in 2020, we had COVID. We had a global financial crisis because there was a global shutdown. Businesses were not operating. So remember that I said the S&P 500 is a representation of what? The top 500 companies across various industries. So naturally, if businesses are not operating optimally, what can we expect? That there is going to be a dip, a decline in the share value, okay? But as a trader, this is where the beauty of trading comes in. It does not matter which direction the market goes, because you are making money and you can be profitable in either direction as long as you know what you are doing and you are managing your risk, which is where the beauty of the BDAI comes in, because I want you to look at the red line. This is now the BDAI, consistently profitable in the last 5 years, even during a global financial crisis when we had COVID and the markets were not doing well and traders were not doing well, it still managed to remain profitable. Why? It's that big data analysis that is able to pick up that there is a red flag, there is something abnormal happening right now in the markets. How amazing is that? Now, of course, with the success that the technology has had, with the success that the company has had, they have received a lot of recognition and achievements in the last couple of years, okay? So here it was in 2019, where they were invited to a Shanghai FinTech event, okay? So the company gets invited to FinTech summits around the world, and this is just one of them, okay? And we have, of course, our CEO, Professor Blake Young, who was not only a panelist, but also a keynote speaker at this event, okay? And that is him there in the black suit and the glasses. And of course, in true QZ style, the company walked away with 2 awards at this event, the FinTech Leadership Award, as well as the Individual of the Year Award, okay? Again, this was in China, Guangzhou, at the FinTech Expo. Over 100,000 visitors attended this expo. There were journalists locally and from abroad. It was a 3-day event. And of course, the man of the hour, our CEO, Professor Blake Young, that is him again, sitting as one of the panelists. And this is actually a BDAI conference that the company hosted and invited its investors and employees. Now, this to me speaks volumes because it speaks transparency, okay? Where have you ever seen an investment company that actually invites you to teach you and to show you how they help you to make their money, okay? To make money, okay? And here is a managerial associates graduation ceremony. So understand that in the Asian market, they are using a different business model for their client base, okay? They have agents, they have associates who are employed to work with their investors versus the global markets outside of the Asian region where they have opted for direct selling. So of course they have to go through intense training, and this is just one of the graduation ceremonies. And we hear in Korea 2019 at an AI Expo, again, 200 booths, 127 companies were on this expo from 5 countries. And QZ Asset Management was not only a guest, but they were actually a co-sponsor with the likes of IBM as well as Intel. And I'm sure those are names that we highly respect and recognize in the computer, in the AI, in the fintech space. And of course, once again, in true QZ style, the company came back with another award. So ladies and gentlemen, this is just to show you the visibility and the recognition that the company has established in the last 10 years within the markets that they were operating in. And now they have basically said, we want to take this to the rest of the world. We are ready. How do you and I get involved? Okay, so before I get into the details of that, there is one very important thing that I want you to understand about your investment capital. Any amount that you invest in QZ Asset Management is 100% protected under the Capital Protection Scheme, okay? How does the company ensure that? So remember those liquidity providers that I spoke about earlier, those 6 big financial institutions. This is where they come in with helping us with that liquidity, with that buying power. Every investment amount, so wherever you see AUM, it basically means asset under management. That is what you have invested. The company will actually match it. They will double any amount that you have invested. So if I invest $10,000, guess what? They will match it and add another $10,000 to my trading portfolio. If I've invested $100, they will match it with another $100 into my trading portfolio. Now, why does the company do this? It is because it allows them to extend what we call a stop loss. So a stop loss is basically a price trigger. So the markets are not predictable, right? There'll be days where everything is going your way, but at some point a trade will go against you, okay? Even if you're using an AI. So how do you manage that risk? How do you mitigate that risk? It's through something that we call a stop loss. So a stop loss is basically a price trigger that you set to say, should the market change direction and it hits my stop loss, I want this trade to automatically close and protect anything that is left in my portfolio that I have not exposed to the trade. So by doubling your capital, the company is actually able to set the stop loss at 50% of the doubled amount, okay? Which means should any losses occur, they only happen on the portion that the company has added to your portfolio, and your capital remains 100% protected. Okay, this for me was a winner. Okay, so let's get into the actual capital that you can invest. So we have two entry levels. We have QZ Basic, and of course we have QZ Elite. Okay, now as a QZ Basic investor, this means you have come in with a minimum of $100 US, and you have invested a maximum, okay, it's going to kick you out at a maximum of $900, okay? Now understand, we do invest in multiples of hundreds. So anything between $100 and $900 falls into the category of basic. You will be enjoying a weekly profit share, a weekly return on investment of 3.5%, which for me is exceptional. Because right now, in my traditional investment, in my traditional 32-day account investment portfolio, I'm only doing 4% per annum. That means after 365 days, my $100 would have only made $4. Here at QZ, you are doing 3.5 US for every $100 every single week. That is an average of a 14% return on investment in a month, okay, if we're looking at a 4-week period. Absolutely, absolutely lucrative and unmatched in the traditional investment space. And then, of course, if you are saying, I've got bigger financial aspirations, I've got bigger goals, you can go elite, okay? This is my favorite. So as an elite investor, you can come in with a minimum of $1,000 US, and you can already see the difference and what it means to be an elite, because you are getting double the ROI of the basic investor. So you are getting a whopping 7% every single week, every Monday. So you're looking at an average of 28% over a 4-week period. So if I have invested $10,000 US, it means every single Monday, I will basically enjoy $700, $700, $700, $700 passively, 100% hands-free. Why? Because I have put in my investment into the investment pool, and I've allowed the technology and the BDAI to do what it does best, okay? And remember that your capital is 100% protected under the capital protection scheme. Okay, so let's do a quick summary, right? We said there's 2 entry levels, okay? Elite, basic, and elite. Okay, basic from $100 to $900, and elite at $1,000. Your assets under management, your investment capital will always be doubled for the purposes of protecting your capital. And of course, as a basic investor, you can enjoy 3.5% a week. And as an elite investor, you can enjoy 7% a week. Now, understand that the sustainability of the company is absolutely crucial, okay? So it is very important for the company to have an income cap. So what the income cap means is you will actually receive 4 times whatever you have put in, okay? So you are looking at receiving 100% of your capital plus a net 300% profits. So whatever you have put in, you will always redeem. You will always get paid back 4 times the value of that, okay? So let's do some number crunching. So if I'm just an investor and I've come in at the basic investor level, how long is it going to take me to reach my income cap if I am getting 3.5% every single week? It's basically going to take you exactly 114 weeks. That is a period of 28 months, okay? 2 years, 4 months. If you are just an investor. If you are an elite investor, how long is it going to take you to reach your income cap of 4 times the value of what you've invested? As you are receiving your 7% every week, it will take you 57 weeks, which is a period of 14 months, 1 year and 2 months. Okay, this is only if you are an investor. So anything that has been paid to you is withdrawable as long as you have a minimum of $10. Okay, KYC is required. So when we're talking about KYC, it's know your customer. You are going to have to submit an ID or a passport so that the company can verify your identity. And then, of course, you will be able to do withdrawals. Okay, so some of these points we've already covered. What makes QZ Asset Management stand out from traditional investment firms out there? There's 100% capital protected. Your capital is actually doubled for the purposes of protecting it. You will not find this in traditional investment firms. There is full transparency. So ladies and gentlemen, you will actually have access to a trading app if you have an Android, or you can log into the trading web where you will be able to see on a regular basis in real time what is happening in your trading portfolio. And of course, there's a third-party escrow, okay? So there is a middleman, those liquidity providers that are actually holding your money and making sure it does what it does. You're not going to find this in traditional investment firms. And of course, the company is using AI. It's fast, it's biased when it comes to making decisions and executing those trades because it is sticking to algorithms and programming. Traditional investment firms still rely on fund managers, human beings who are prone to getting emotional, okay, and making emotional decisions when it comes to the markets. Now, as we wrap up the investor part, is your capital locked or is it available? And the simple answer is your capital is not locked. Now, I do understand that nobody invests with the intention of pulling out their capital early, okay, because then you are not an investor, okay? But there are unforeseen circumstances that may happen. You know, you may invest $10,000 and in 2 months' time into your investment, you have a situation where you now require some of those funds. So your capital is not locked. However, I highly always advise investors, do not invest funds that you know you may need to tap into in the first 3 months, because should you do an early capital redemption and do an early cancellation of your investment, you are going to be penalized, okay? Because you are now interfering with this whole ecosystem and the company is yet to actually recover some of the funds that have already been paid out to your referrer, to the liquidity providers, to you through the weekly ROI. So yes, in the first 30 days, you are going to be penalized 50% of your capital, and then it reduces from day 31 to 60, it's 25%. From day 61 to 90, it's only 10%. And after day 90, there is no penalty, okay? The only thing that the company will take into consideration is how much have you been paid out, have you received in ROI, and they will basically give you the balance of what is due to you. So that ends the conversation with the investor. Now, I would like to start a different conversation, and I want you to understand that this part of the presentation is purely optional, okay? We have many investors who have come into this, put in their investment, and are enjoying payments every single Monday without having to speak to anyone. But remember, I did say that the company has a global expansion plan and they want to take this to the world. So they are basically saying, listen, we need you to help us. Okay, if you see this opportunity and the potential that it has to change the lives of people around you and not just only you, help us to spread the word. Okay, so through the word of mouth marketing model, through direct selling, the company has the introducer broker program, which basically allows you as the investor to be compensated over and above your investment by simply sharing this opportunity with someone else. And let me tell you, The direct selling industry is an industry that I highly, highly respect, because as a qualified agricultural scientist with a honors degree, the kind of income that I have made through this company in the last 3 months, I would have never made in my whole career as an agricultural scientist. We have seen people's lives changing. This is an industry that has taken ordinary people and made them extraordinary. And one of the things that I love about this industry is it levels the playing field. And we already know how many inequalities exist out there. But this is where the industry says, I don't care about your age. I don't care about your gender. I don't care about your work experience. I just care about how hungry you are to change your life, how teachable and how coachable you are. And if you are willing to roll up your sleeves and run, this is where you will literally write the paycheck that you want to take home. Okay. So the company has what we call a dual income stream. Okay. Dual meaning two. You have two opportunities to earn over and above your investments. So if you bless someone with this opportunity, the company will pay you an affiliate bonus. What is an affiliate bonus? This is where you are compensated for your individual efforts. So any investment portfolio that is activated through the registration link that you have shared, the company will basically pay you 10% of that client's AUM, of that client's investment. So let's make a practical example. Okay. So Bongi signs up Lady B. Okay. Lady B decides to invest 10,000 US dollars. Guess what? Bongi is going to receive 10% of that, which is $1,000 immediately, no waiting period. Okay. Then Lady B decides she wants to top up with another 50,000 US dollars. What do you think is going to happen to Bongi? Boom, another 10% commission of 5,000 US dollars. Then every Monday, as Lady B is receiving her 7% ROI, she decides, I'm not going to withdraw it. I'm actually going to reinvest it by adding additional contracts. So because she's adding new contracts, what's happening to Bongi again? Another 10% and another 10%. So you will notice that I am not speaking about the number of investors, but instead I am talking about the investment portfolio, the investment contracts, because that is what you get paid on. Any new investment contract activated in your front line directly under you, you are entitled to a 10% affiliate bonus. Then QZ Asset Management says, Lady B goes out there and she literally signs up the whole of Africa, okay? So this is where the company now wants to help you to benefit from anything that happens in your business organization. Because had Bongi not signed up Lady B, the whole of Africa wouldn't exist. Okay, so I'm just making a scenario here. So the company says, let's help you, Bongi, to also benefit from Lady B's efforts. And that is where the binary bonus comes in. So the binary bonus is where you earn team income, the efforts from the rest of your team. So binary basically means two team structure. There's a left and a right. Any investment contracts, any sales volume that falls into your left team or your right team, the company will basically look at where is the weaker volume coming from, which side, and they will pay you 10% of that, okay? And this is done at the end of the business day. The company will calculate the volume, and of course, the following day, every morning, just around 9 a.m. South African time, it is paid out to you. So this is what we refer to as the dual income stream, the two bonuses that you can enjoy as an introducing broker. Okay, now again, let's summarize. We've got the affiliate bonus, which is 10%. We've got the binary bonus, which is 10%. Again, ladies and gentlemen, sustainability, sustainability, sustainability. While I would have loved to have become an overnight millionaire in QZ, I would rather have a company that pays me for the next decade, okay? Over, creating overnight millionaires with unrealistic bonuses being paid out. So yes, the same income cap still applies. Whatever you have invested is going to determine what you will be paid out in the bonuses as well, okay? But the beauty of the income cap is, even if you are an active introducing broker who is building a team very, very fast, and you reach this income cap quickly, the company still says, listen, any additional commissions due to you, you don't lose them. We just put them in a holding wallet so that you can reinvest a portion of your commissions and unlock a new income cap. That for me is an amazing strike in the balance of money that is invested versus money that is paid out. Okay, so the entrepreneur success model basically demonstrates to us what a binary actually looks like. For those of you that may be new to network marketing, you don't know what a binary is. So let's just imagine this is you. In a binary model, you have two open spaces below you where B and C are. So if you sign up Zodwa and you sign up John, they have already closed your binary. You now have your left leader and your right leader. You want to sign up number 3, okay, who's Tom. What's going to happen to Tom? Tom will then take on the next available space in the binary, which is probably below one of your 2 leaders. And this now creates spillover, which means whatever Tom does not only benefits Zodwa, but it also benefits you. So there's a whole lot of teamwork that exists in the binary model that I absolutely, absolutely love. But the key in any direct selling model is duplication, working with your team, teaching them to basically do what you do and to duplicate, okay? And that is where your life will literally change, okay? So with that, as we wrap up the introducing broker conversation, for the last 3.5 months, ladies and gentlemen, we have stayed awake because of these 3 words: International Recognition Program. January, we now have version 2 that has started, okay? So what the company actually does is they want to recognize the hard workers and they want to reward the hard workers within the Introducing Broker program. So they actually will have an international recognition program period that runs every 4 months. So the previous one ended on the 31st of December. So we are currently right at the beginning of the second 4 months, okay? And this is where you have the opportunity to reach certain targets and levels and ranks that the company has set through working hard and duplicating with your team. And of course, they have amazing rewards and incentives available to you. Now, I'm gonna explain how you actually reach these 5 ranks, okay? So you will notice that we have 5,000 units for the first rank of junior vice president. Where does this come from? You basically need to accumulate points, okay? So we are point collectors. We are IRP, International Recognition Program, reward point collectors. So every dollar that you earn is going to translate to a certain number of points. I want that to be clear. Any dollar amount that you earn from your affiliate bonus and your binary bonus is going to be the equivalent of a certain number of points. So to reach the first rank of junior vice president, you only need to have accumulated 5,000 IRP points or IRP units. What that means is at the end of the 4-month period, at the end of April, you would be rewarded with a cash prize of $888, okay, $888 US, okay? You'll walk away with that cash if this is the highest rank that you have achieved. The next rank is vice president, okay? And for vice president, you basically need to have accumulated 10,000 IRP rewards or IRP units. And this is where you basically score an international trip. And currently we are looking at Shanghai. Okay, 5 days and 4 nights in Shanghai is what you can look forward to as a vice president. Okay, the next rank is senior vice president, which means you have now accumulated 35,000 IRP units. Okay, and your reward, if this is the highest rank at the end of April, is a Cartier Centaurs 100. Okay, I believe this is a very expensive watch. And on top of that, the company is going to give you a Shanghai trip. But this is where it gets very exciting, because you know what I always say, cash is king. The company will also give you the cash equivalent if that is what you would prefer, instead of the watch. Okay, you still hold on to your trip to Shanghai. $10,000, guys. 10,888 US dollars. Imagine that. The next rank is executive vice president, where you walk away. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this. Another very, very expensive watch, as well as the international trip. This means you've now accumulated 90,000 IRP units. If you're saying, I don't want the watch, boom, you can take the cash equivalent of 30,000 US dollars, 888. Where have you ever seen a company that throws these kinds of incentives? Okay, and of course the real Makoya is director, and this means you've accumulated 300,000 IRP points, and you can walk away with a Porsche Panamera GTS along with your international trip to Shanghai. But if you're saying, listen, I'm good, I don't need the Porsche, then you can take the cash equivalent of 130,888 US dollars. You will notice that there is 888 in all these amounts. And that is because, as we have learned from our marketing director, 8 represents infinity and wealth. Okay, so I have been mentioning IRP points, IRP points, IRP points instead of dollars. And this is where it becomes very important. So as I said, the current IRP period has started. It's only 4 days into it, and it ends on the 30th of April. We all have 4 months to run for this. Now, I want you to pay attention to this, okay? Because remember, I said every dollar that you earn is going to translate to a certain number of IRP points that help you to rank up. For the month of January, because this company wants to make sure that you bag that Shanghai trip and you at least get to vice president, the company is saying, listen, any dollar that you earn is actually going to give you 3 times the value of points that you need. So remember that junior vice president, we said you need to have accumulated 5,000 points. So that actually means in real income, in real earnings, you only need to have achieved 1,667 US dollars in earnings. Because if you multiply that by 3, it gives you 5,000 points. If you want to hit the rank of vice president by the end of January, while this 3 times multiplier is running, and believe it or not, we already have people that have qualified for this rank as well as the trip, it means you only need to earn commissions and bonuses of 3,334 US dollars, because multiply that by 3, boom, you're a vice president. Okay, so I'm just making 2 examples of how amazing this company is. So for January, your income that you earn will be multiplied by 3 in terms of the points that you need to rank up. In February, the income that you earn from the Introducing Broker program is going to give you double the points that you need to hit ranks. And then, of course, for March and April, we go back to 1:1. Okay, so guys, January and February are the months where you literally want to take a season out of your life, sacrifice it, and run like you have never run before, to basically qualify for these ranks. Okay, so that is where my portion of the presentation ends. And I would like to thank you for your time and thank you for being on this Zoom tonight. Now, it is very, very, very important to go back to the person that invited you onto this Zoom, and they will basically help you to get started. Be decisive, be decisive, be decisive. Okay, because if I look at where we were, 3 months ago, where I was personally 3 months ago, I never would have dreamed of being a R1 million earner 3 months later. And that is where I currently am because of this opportunity, but also because of taking action and making the decision to run with it. So be decisive, ladies and gentlemen, because opportunities, they arrive for all of us, but they also flow to the individuals that grab them and run with them. So with that said, thank you for your time. And now I would like to introduce one of my very, very, very favorite executives who has been here since day one, running this journey with us, holding our hand. And that is Mark, our marketing director, who will now basically tell us and take us through the global and expansion plan and some of the exciting things that are coming on board in the new year. Over to you, Mark.
Thank you, Bongi, and hello everyone. I'm so glad to be here always. Yeah. Please allow me to introduce myself first. Okay, good evening. My name is Mark. I'm the marketing director of the QZ Assets Management. So before I start my presentation tonight, I would like to remind everyone, you can write down your question and send it to the host, and I will answer your question with my translator and after my presentation. So allow me to share my screen first, and we will stop my presentation. Okay, good. I hope you all can see my share screen in here. If you can see my share screen, please type the AAA for me. Thank you. So now I will spend a few more minutes to share with you and the 3 take-home message and our marketing expansion plan. So first take-home message is we are licensed and regulated since 2012. So under that, you can see this is our license. So you can search from the government website. So on the right, it shows how strict and difficult it is to apply and maintain this license as compared to the other financial license like Australia ASIC and the New Zealand FMA. The second take-home message is that your capital will be 100% protected. Because of our capital protection scheme, the QZ will match it 1-to-1 to your investment amount. And by setting the stop loss at 50%, so your capital will never be lost. QZ is able to get the good leverage and liquidity from our liquidity provider due to our excellent trade record over the past 10 years. The third and the last take-home message is the design of the compensation plan will both reward and recognize the effort of all our loyal distributors who help expand our market share. Our trading module video will explain how the income cap mechanism will ensure the binary that we use are safe, sustainable, and won't collapse. The video can be downloaded from the member back office, so please make sure you download it and watch it at your own free time. Now let's move on to the marketing expansion plan. As we all know, COVID-19 has affected near every business since its outbreak in June 2020. Our retail business expansion is also affected in the Asia region. And the QZ made a decision in early 2022 to divert some resources from the Asia Pacific market to the emerging market in Africa and Latin America. I'm glad to announce that since August 2022, and we have now expanded our market presence to almost all the countries on the Africa and the Latin America continent. From literature article will be published on the Bloomberg, and you will see that the company is proceeding on with our global expansion, and we will be setting up the office in our emerging market. The decision of the way we'll be setting up the office, it will based on the demographic of our client. And I'm glad to announce that we will be setting up our first office at the beautiful coastal city of Durban, South Africa. So the Durban office is opening in the 13th June 2023. So for more information on the opening ceremony, please refer to the office memo in the back office. The second regional office will be located in Johannesburg, South Africa, and will be in March, and it will be located in the Friedman Tower in Sandton. As I just mentioned, the company will be setting up the regional office in city based on the demographic of our client. So for this slide, you will see able to the schedule of the opening of our office in this country. Okay, so since October 2022, the company has been embarking on a series of online and offline branding campaign. We are now live on the Facebook and Twitter, so remember to follow us to get a real-time update on our development. After near 3 years for our last fintech participation due to the pandemic, I'm also glad to announce that the company will be participating in a few fintech expo in 2023. The expo, all of you will be looking forward to which the fintech summit in Johannesburg, South Africa on the 21st June. It is going to be a hashtag 2023, and we hope to see all of you in this expo. Our company and our CEO, Professor Blake Young, has consistently been featured in the many financial magazines and the news report. He was featured on a Time magazine China in 2019 and will be soon be featured in the many other prints like the US Silicon Review and the CEO View from the United States. We have also been featured in the online and the offline media. This is the article and advertisement that was published in Nigeria, The Guardian, and the Ghana's Daily Graphic. This is our Christmas greeting advertisement published on the published on the newspaper in the South Africa, Nigeria, and Ghana. The other offline branding campaign will include the billboard along highways, on the bill and a major airport in Africa. The big billboard advertisement in the OR Tampo International Airport in Johannesburg will be up in February 2023. For those of you departing of the OR Tampo to our February Bangkok event, please remember to look out for these huge banners. As you can see, this is a 2 digital billboard advertisement is already up in the N1 and N3 highway in Johannesburg. For those of you resting in the South Africa, please remember to go take a selfie with the digital ad at your free time. So during the 12th day of the Christmas celebration, we have also engaged 12 different people in a sport personality to wish all our family and friends in the QZ a Merry Christmas. As the first IRP has ended of the 31 December 2022, so we will be celebrating with all the vice president and able on all trip on the Bangkok. So if you miss out of the Bangkok trip, don't worry. The second IRP starts on the 1st June 2023 and will be end on the 30th April 2023. Many attractive prize and the Shanghai trip is up for all those who achieved the rank of the vice president and able. So please refer to the last PDF for the more information of the second IRP. So from all the promotion and the advertising that we have shown you, you will realize that the QZ asset management does things different from our competitor. I hope you can all see this one and the desire and the determination of the QZ to build a long-lasting business globally. So that's the end of my presentation, and I would like to thank you all of you once again for joining us tonight. And right now, I can answer your question of you, and thank you. I hope you type your question to the chat box. Okay, let's see the question. Okay, then thank you.
Okay, boss. There's a couple of questions.
Okay.
Let me. Okay. So the first question is can one account have multiple contracts?
Yes, you can have
Yes.
multiple contract by your one account.
Yes, you can purchase multiple contracts. Okay. So there was a question asking, does the binary pays every day, or is it paid just once after you match both your left and right?
OK，binary 会每天去结算在你的这个 USD 钱包当中。
Okay, the binary doesn't pay every day. In the sense that when you match your left and right, it will only pay you one time. All right, but the binary is calculated and pay out every day. All right, as long as your left and right matches every day, you will receive binary every day from your new matchings. All right, but for the single match of left and right, it's only paid one time. It's not going to pay you every day. Okay. Okay, so the next question is for IRP2, if the vice president do not wish to go for the Shanghai trip, is there a cash equivalent for the trip? For the
他是说
Shanghai
如
trip?
果如果不能去上海的话，
对，没错。如果不想去的话，有没有这个现金的那个等值可以
目前
换的？
没有。OK， 没有，我们在上海这里是没有现金可以去做兑换的。
Yeah, we do not have any cash equivalent for the Shanghai trip. So if the particular person cannot go to Shanghai for the IRP Gala in June, he can reserve this trip for the next trip, for the IRP trip. All right. Yeah. So, okay. Okay, so many people requested for the recorded video. So after the meeting, please approach your introducer or your upline to get the recorded video for tonight's Zoom recording. Okay, the next question is if a person doesn't have a contract remaining in his account, and he's still earning his affiliate and his binary bonus. So will he still be able to earn?
什么意思？
你听懂吗？就是如果他没有一个合约的话，如果他的那个直推跟对碰还在赚的话，他还能不能够赚到这个钱？
如果他的合约结束了，也就是达到他的 income cap， 那还是持续会有这个 binary 出现或 affiliate 出现的时候呢，会先进入到他的 withholding 钱包当中。那在70小时当中，只要再购买一个新的合同，基本上就可以激活完之后呢 ，withholding 钱包当中的钱就会进到他的 USD 钱包当中。
Okay, so if you don't have any more contract, or your existing contract is already matured due to you hitting the 400% income cap. So at this point of time, if you are still earning from your affiliate bonus and your binary bonus, these bonuses will go into your withholding wallet. So at this point of time, you will have 72 hours to purchase a new contract, because when you have a new contract, you will have a new income cap. That is when the money from your withholding wallet will be released back to your USD wallet. All right, so please remember to purchase a new contract within 72 hours.
Yes.
Yeah. So another point to note is when the money is inside the withholding wallet, you cannot use that money in the withholding wallet to purchase a contract. Basically, the money is locked inside. You cannot touch the money in the withholding wallet.
Yes.
Okay. 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 Somebody asked, will you introduce compounding so that we can grow faster?
基本上我们没有这个所谓的那个叫什么复利 ，OK， 但是你可以去购买其他新的合约，基本上算起来其实跟复利是差不多的。
Yeah, okay. So right now we do not have the option for you to compound your earnings into your existing contract. So, but because like we mentioned earlier, there is for every account you can have multiple contracts. So you can use your earnings from your weekly ROI and your binary bonuses, to purchase another contract. All right, in the same account. So this is another way for you to compound. All right. Yeah. Okay, next question is when are you registering as a financial service provider in South Africa?
他是问
就是
什么时候注册？
就是我
对
注册，对，就是拿到那个金融的营业执照在南非。
OK， 好，基本上所有的流程我们已经照正常程序在送件跟审核当中。那有任何最新消息，我们都会提早跟所有人公布。
Yeah, the company is right now already processing the documents with the FSCA in South Africa. So once we have any latest update, we'll be updating all of you soon. Okay, the next question is if I have not achieved your IRP2 in these 4 months, do I carry them forward to the next 4 months for the IRP3?
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, so the answer is no.
Yeah.
Every IRP will be a brand new start for everybody. So you cannot carry forward whatever you have achieved in the first 4 months to the next 4 months. So basically you need to restart from 0. Yes. Okay, next question. Is there an age restriction? Can a 16-year-old join the company?
No，
好像不行，对不对？
对，不行，我们要18岁成年之后才可以的，是的。
Yeah, sorry, the answer is no. The minimum age is 18 years old. All right, so when you submit the KYC documents, if you're under 18, we will reject the KYC. Yep. When are you opening an office in Nigeria? 在尼日利亚，
目前在我们的办公室的这个 roadmap 当中呢，尼日利亚应该是会在5月份的时候。
The schedule for the Nigeria office is scheduled on the on May this year. All right. Yeah. So that is about 4 more months. All right. So yeah. Okay. Okay. This person asks, what happens if I don't have a sponsor? Am I placed under someone automatically? 就是说，他如果没有推荐人的话，是不是会自动帮他安置在一个随机安置的情况会吗？会发生吗？
不会，因为基本上每一个人在注册的当下，你一定要有一个推荐人，你才能够完成整个注册流程。对。
Yeah, when you are registering an account, you need to fill up the sponsor ID. So if you do not have a sponsor ID, your registration cannot be completed. So you need to find a sponsor.
Yes.
All right. Somebody's asking for tomorrow's IRP1 bonus. Will it be credited to our Binance USDT wallet or will it be credited to your QZ USD wallets?
OK，
就是明
我们
天要发
对
放的
我知道，
那个，对，
那个 IRP1 的现金嘛，基本上
对，
我们会全数会在它的后台的 USD 钱包当中去发放，那他们自行去决定他们接下来的用途是购买新的合约呢，或者是去做提现都可以。
Tomorrow, the IRP1 bonus will be credited to your USD wallet in your back office. All right. So once the money is in, you can choose to withdraw or purchase another contract. It's up to you.
Yes.
Okay. Can you add a beneficiary in case you are unable to access the account due to unfortunate events? 听得懂吗？就是他能不能够就是增加一个受益人，是吧？就是如果说有什么不好的情况发生，比如说死掉啊，是怎么样的？
好，
受益人，对。
OK，目前我们没有这样的规划，但是如果有一些意外事件发生，OK，那可能这个账户需要做到继承的动作的时候，他可以联络我们的客服，提供相关证明，证明这个账户的持有人跟继承人的关系，那我们还是会协助他去做移转的处理。
Okay, if there's a unfortunate event, for example, death happened to a client, so the beneficiaries, the next of kin, can submit the relevant documents to the company, and then we can do a transfer of the account to the next of kin. All right, but right now we do not have this option or this procedure of adding a beneficiary.
Yes.
Is there a limit to the number of people you can recruit? There is no limit.
Yeah.
Yeah. For how many people is the trip for? I think he's referring to the Bangkok trip or the Shanghai trip. I'm not sure, he didn't mention. So, how many people have already qualified for Bangkok? 现在已经有多少人确定去曼谷了？
我算是60到80，确切数字有点忘记了。
Yeah, right now it's about 100 people has already qualified for Bangkok. Yeah. Okay, if you sponsor an affiliate, do you get sponsor bonus every time the affiliate buys a new contract, or you only get paid once on the first contract purchased? 就是说，如果今天推荐了一个人，然后你的推荐奖金是不是每当他购买新的合约，你都会拿到，还是只会拿到他第一份的那个合约的辞退奖？
当他有购买新的这个合约的时候，你依然还是可以有新的奖金。
Yes, whenever this downline of yours purchase a new contract every time, you will get a new sponsor bonus or affiliate bonus every time. Okay, it is not just on the first contract purchased. Okay, I think this person has misunderstood the IRP. The question is, if my ROI gives me 1,700, will it also multiply by 3 to qualify me for the first rank?
OK， 对，他可能搞不清楚。对，基本上IRP 的计算就全部主要是来自于它的 affiliate 跟 binary bonus 去计算它的 IRP 加数而已。ROI 并没有在 IRP 的这个计算内容当中。
Yeah, please note that the IRP qualification is based on your affiliate bonus earned and your binary bonus earned. All right, your weekly ROI is not counted into your IRP calculation. Only your affiliate bonus and your binary bonus will be given a 3 times multiplier for the month of January. Okay, I don't know. Okay, this question is he said that my downline funded her account. I got 10% affiliate bonus and a 1% binary. Why? OK， 他在问他的下线购买的合约，他拿到了一个10%的止退，还有一个1%的对碰，为什么？
应该是没有1%的这个 binary 的部分啊。但如果说他有这方面疑问的话，建议他截图，然后他可以发给我们的 CS，我请我们的 CS 的后台去协助他。
Yeah, so there is no 1% binary bonus. I think you have got you've mistaken the numbers. So if you have a doubt in the amount that you're getting, you can always screenshot your bonus listing and then email or send through the support ticket to the customer service. All right, our colleague will be able to assist you to explain to you. Okay, what is the minimum amount to invest? I think it's $100 for the basic.
100.
Yeah, it's $100 for the basic package.
有一个人问到，就是我们的应用程式有在 Apple 商店上架吗？基本上目前是没有，但是它可以透过网页的方式，也是可以取得一样的内容。
Yeah, okay. Somebody asked, is the trading app available on the iOS, the App Store? So right now the company is applying for the app to be available for download in the App Store. So but in the meantime, you can access the trading app via the web-based version. It is the same as the app. Okay, the last question is for the Shanghai trip. Is it for me only or it includes a partner? I think 就是一个人啊。
我知道一个人啊，对啊，除非他如果有合格2个的话，那他就会有2个名额。
Yeah, so for Shanghai trip, it's only every trip is only entitled to 1 person. All right, you cannot bring your partner unless your partner also qualifies for it.
Yes.
Okay, so last question is, are you reducing the weekly ROI or it will remain as 3.5% basic and 7% elite? 就是在问到那个新的档次的问题，就是那个基本配套跟那个elite配套可能会下调那个利率，对。
OK， 基本上目前所有的内容都还在就是计划当中，对。那所有的有确定的部分，我们一定会在后台公告，请他注意我们后台公告就可以了。
Yeah, so all these future changes, please get the news from the official memo when the date is nearer. So, but just rest assured that whatever package that you have already purchased, it will not be affected at all. Even if there is a change. All right. So don't worry about that. Okay. Yeah. One more question just pop up. Is QZ a decentralized system? 我们是不是去中心化的系统？
基本上去中心化它只是应用在这个加密货币跟区块链当中。对，目前金融上任何的实体金融都不会是去中心化的。
Yeah, the decentralized system is mainly utilized in the crypto space. Yeah, so for traditional financial companies, we don't use this decentralized system. Okay, a gentleman used all capital letters, to ask how to log into the trading login account. It is the same username and the same password as per your back office login. All right, it is not a separate one. You can log into the same with the same username and the password.
Yes.
Okay, one more pop-up. Is my affiliate and team bonus supposed to decrease my income cap? 就是它赚取的那个直推跟对碰是会减少它的封顶值嘛，对吧？是可以是对的，是吧？
是的，是的。
Yeah, so yes, they are correct. Whenever you earn your weekly ROI or your affiliate bonus or your binary bonus, all right, your income cap will be reduced. Okay, so the 400% includes everything. Okay, no more questions, sir.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Thank you. Okay, still is a wonderful night. I think every time when we do the Zoom meeting, okay, I would love to answer all the questions about the company, about the system, and everything you don't understand. So yes, I still recognize the next meeting is more important, okay, because it's a Friday. So we both know the Friday we have a special guest is our CEO, Professor Blake Young. He will join us, and you can directly to contact with him. But just remember, okay, he only answer the question about the company and about our BDI technology question. So if you still have the marketing question, you can save it and ask him for me. So thank you again, and I hope to see you in the Friday, and hope to bring more people and more find the opportunity. The guy, you can join our Zoom meeting and you can know our company and know the platform. We hope to can make you bring the more profit, use our platform. So thank you. I'm Mark, and I'll see you again. And thank you, every leader. Thank you, Priya. Thank you, Bongi. Thank you, Lady, everyone in here. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you.